Hello and welcome. This is Grant Hughes of Grant Hughes Investigates on YouTube. This channel evaluates all aspects of true crime. As you are aware, videos and live streams in this genre often discuss elements of crime that may be disturbing to some viewers. If necessary, take the precautions needed to avoid these feelings. Factual information related to cases is the key to fostering rational true crime discussions. Fortunately, you will find that here. Please hit the like button only once, share the video, and subscribe if you like my content. Thank you very much for watching. What's going on? I think that's a live video. I don't know where the dogs are. Oh, I think I see Blue off to the left. Yeah, there he is. All right. Here, let me show you guys something. This person sent me an email. That's not what I was. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Oops. Guess I didn't export that yet. Let's have to export that really quick. This is for the later bit. Yeah, it's pretty crazy what's going on in Texas. I'm about to try to figure out what the hell's going on. But definitely gonna need your guys' support during this live stream. Didn't make the goal yesterday and struggled, and then I've only got 2 hours to do this show, so I'm gonna do the first night of, or some of the speeches over at the convention in a couple hours. I'm gonna go do that on my other channel. Yeah, and if you know the story, don't start talking about it, okay? We don't do that in here. Alright, this is just exporting. Wow, it's only 27 hours for me. That's crazy. Wow. Okay, good for you. You started school in Texas. Alright. I'm just waiting for this thing to save right here. I always find that funny. Every time there's a case and it's in a state, everybody that lives in that state's like, ah, look at that! I'm right there! And alright, let me go over to, oh, God. See, all of a sudden I lost something, like a drive. I guess I can't show it to you. Not recognize you're connected to the computer's malfunction. Oh yeah, okay, well, yeah, that one drive has some problems, so I'm just gonna say don't save. Get the hell out of here. Don't know. Wait, that might be a problem for the show though. Hold on. That's unfortunate. Well, I might be able to like recreate it, but the files that I was using are on the drive that, wow, that's nuts. So it actually saved out. I'm not really sure how to do this. The drive that I used to have all my files in it for the show are on the drive that isn't working now. I don't know what that means, but I don't know. I'll give it a shot. But again, you guys, if you could help support the channel tonight, that'd be great. We're at 0 currently. We usually start off, we're moving forward. Let's see, how do I do this? Shit. I have no way to do it. Let's see, maybe that. I'll just have to use, just go out and find the same articles that I was going to use. Okay, here's one right here. So here we go. A mother, son, and his girlfriend are believed to have been murdered inside a home that was then set ablaze in Texas. Kelly Masciarelli, 54, Kolin Foster, 23, and Cameryn Richard, 21, were all found dead in Masciarelli's home in Harris County, Texas on Sunday morning in the wake of the still unexplained house fire. So it was a house fire set, but people weren't killed by the fire in there. Investigators who descended on the Cypress Mill Park Community believe that all 3 had been dead before the fire started while ordering autopsies. Let's see, yeah, so they're all dead before the autopsy. Probably had some sort of an injury on them. An official cause of death for the trio will have to wait until then, as detectives added how they hope surveillance video seized from the suburban area will shed more light on the incident. The state of the bodies when they were found, moreover, remains unknown, but according to Sergeant Michael Ritchie, their deaths were not an accident, and a search for a suspect or suspects is on. And so this is Kelly Masciarelli, 54, died at some point before the fire at her home in Texas Sunday morning, cops said. And then this girl here is actually the girlfriend of her son. Cameryn Richard, 21, was also found dead at the residence along with her boyfriend, Masciarelli's son. Well, thanks, K-Me. We are willing to say that these individuals looked like they were deceased before the fire was started, the Harris County Sheriff's Sergeant said Sunday outside the house in Cypress. So this is definitely a homicide, not accidental deaths due to fire and smoke inhalation, he concluded. A vintage red Corvette seen being towed from the scene, he added, is now an area of interest for detectives, whatever that means. It was found in the $350,000. Man, if that same house were in Portland, that would be about $1 million. That's way bigger. In California, it'd be $3 million or something. It was found in a $350,000 4-bedroom home's driveway and did not appear burned. After seizing, detectives would only say that Foster, who weeks earlier had celebrated his 23rd birthday, that's one of the victims, this guy right here, and that's just like a family member or something, but it's not one of the victims. So this guy's the son of her and I guess her boyfriend. But look at that house there. That's only $350,000. That's crazy. And this is, I mean, look at that. Are you kidding me? I mean, that house anywhere, that'd be easily 800 million, whatever they want to call it. That's crazy. Anyways, even behind it, there's like a tennis court. The girl that's there, she lives over here, but she's just visiting. She was just there as a girlfriend. God. I guess it sucks because I had all these different things because the mother and the son both have criminal records, believe it or not. Maybe I can go recreate it. Let me just tell you what it is. Hold on. Okay, the son, the Kolin, he's dead. He in 2022 in January, he has terroristic threat, fear of probably like imminent, whatever it is. And then another one, they're both the same incident. So he has those two charges, and it says that he was convicted, and then the status was dismissed, something like that. So I'm not really sure what all that means, but that was 2022. All right. Then the mother of him So she has a lot of speed, unlawful speeding, expired tags, unlawful speeding. But then, in 2005, there's an assault charge that she has. Guilty, no jury. And then that same incident had criminal trespassing. So it's like, okay, criminal trespassing and an assault, pled, guilty, it sounds like, and there's no jury. Or maybe there was just a judge and that's what he determined. So, I mean, it's just sort of interesting to have that information at the same time. You go down to Street View here. There's the house. Man, I wonder what's going on with that hard drive. After seizing that vehicle, detectives would only say that Foster, who weeks earlier had celebrated his 23rd birthday, had just bought the car, and that the old owner had nothing to do with the fire or suspected murders. Officers also stated their belief that Foster was not the last person to drive it, which is kind of interesting. So were they all tied up in the home first? As a neighbor telling kind of makes you wonder if he's not the last one to drive it. So did they tie him up, maybe got one of their debit cards, drove over, got some cash, came back, left the car there, then shot them, then burned them, and then took off, something like that? They heard a car door slam before police arrived. Others said they did not hear anything before the house fire broke out, after which first responders were called around 7 a.m. Officials quickly discerned the blaze was the result of arson, said Major Saul Suarez, before one of the detectives provided hints about the potential suspect. Okay. Man, that's so... I get nervous when I can't get to that hard drive because that has so much stuff on it. Here's the press conference. I edited it, but now you're just
Harris County Sheriff's Office.
You'll just hear him repeat his name a few times.
Suarez. I'm a major with the Harris County Sheriff's Office. I oversee our Criminal Investigations Bureau. Joining me this morning is Lieutenant Cruz with the Cypress Fire Department, Chief Weston with the Harris County Fire Marshal's Office, Captain Wagner with the Harris County Sheriff's Office, and Captain McConnell with the Harris County Sheriff's Office. Earlier today, the Cypress Fire Department, around 7 in the morning, responding to a fire. Upon their arrival, they determined that the fire was going to be related to an arson. They discovered 3 bodies that showed no signs of life. The 3 bodies were 2 adult females and 1 adult male. At that point, they contacted the Harris County Precinct 4 Constable's Department, who responded to the scene and then contacted the Harris County Sheriff's Office for further investigation. Upon our arrival, our homicide team determined also that the bodies had signs of foul play and also had trauma. At that point, this became a parallel investigation in conjunction with the Harris County Fire Marshal's Office and the Harris County Homicide Division. Just want to advise the community, just want to thank y'all for your patience because we are processing the scene. These scenes will take about 2 to 3 hours while we determine and we gather all evidence. In order to do so, we have our Harris County Crime Scene Unit, our Homicide Unit, the Harris County Fire Marshal's Office is out here also. And then we also have elements from the Harris County Precinct 4 Constable's Office and the Harris County Sheriff's Office patrol units that are helping secure the traffic. I also want to remind the community that these types of investigations will take quite a bit of time to determine possible leads. However, we will provide those as we get them. And at this point, that's all I'm able to relay to the community. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Do we know what the relationship of those 3 victims were? Were they related, and did they all live in the house where the fire happened?
Yes. So we at this point we are able to release that the 3 victims did reside at the residence, and we are able to release that one of the females is the mother of one of the males, and we can determine at this point if the male and the other female had a relationship, but at this point we can determine that it was a mother and son that were inside the home and they lived there.
Are you able to give us approximate ages for the victims?
At this point, I'm not able to. I just know that they're all adults.
Are there any suspects that have been identified or in custody?
Not at this moment. We are exploring our leads. Our homicide team does canvass the area, and that's what they're doing right now. During the course of the investigation, they are going to be canvassing the area, looking at video, knocking on doors, and also following up leads, interviewing witnesses to determine and identify a possible suspect. At that point, we'll be able to provide that immediately to the community for your assistance.
It may be too early to determine this, but do we know if 3 victims died as a result of the fire or they were dead before the fire started?
Yeah, we can determine that at this point. It's still preliminary. However, that's why we're conducting a joint investigation, so we'll be able to release that at a future date.
You mentioned that they showed signs that they had trauma. Elaborate on that?
Not at this point. All I could release right now at this moment is that we do show signs of trauma on all 3 victims. So that's why we have our homicide unit conducting a parallel investigation, not only for the homicide side, but then with the Harris County Fire Marshals for the arson side.
It's kind of hard to see with how far we are. How bad or what is the extent of the damage to the house in the fire?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Most of the home has suffered fire damage. I do want to remind the community that our public servants were able to provide immediate assistance, contain the situation, and at this point there is no more threats to public safety for any other neighbors or anybody around.
And on social media, I heard that those might have been gunshots that were heard before the fire.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
I
I'm
know.
not able to confirm that at this moment.
I
However,
said that at
we
the
will
beginning
be
of the
able to
show, that
provide
the
a
son was
future
murdered.
statement and be able to confirm, because we do have trauma, we'll be able to confirm what type of trauma that occurred. Any other questions?
I did see a hazmat truck come through. Was there any kind of concern that they needed to be here for some reason?
Yeah. Yes, sir. You want to?
We're requesting some support from our hazmat team just to provide some relief, some shade, just food and water and drinks for all the people that are out here working today.
Any other questions?
Yeah, that's it. Officials quickly discerned the blaze was the result of arson. The 3rd victim, Kolin Foster, left. That's this guy. Had just celebrated his 23rd birthday. He is seen here with a family friend. Cops said their deaths were not an accident, nor the result of smoke inhalation. Hey, thanks, Amber Maiden. And yes, you guys know what, like on this channel, every single night, I try to raise funds to help support the channel, and you guys are the only source of the income, and currently we are at $12 with Amber Maiden right there. So if you guys have the ability to, I would appreciate the support, because there is no ad revenue on these shows. I just do these shows, and you guys are the supporting of the channel. We've been doing this for 5 years, and just recently it kind of just took a nosedive. So If you guys could help support the channel, that'd be great. Thank you. All right, anyways, the fire broke out at Masciarelli's home in Harris County, Texas, sometimes before 7 a.m. Sunday morning, and has yet to be explained. Foul play is believed to be the cause. So apparently that girl here is the same as this one, right? Cameryn Richard and Cameryn Richard, yeah. So obviously she's got different kind of makeup on or something. She doesn't appear to have a criminal history of any kind. Suarez said, upon our arrival, our homicide team determined also that the bodies had signs of foul play and also had trauma, as constables from the Harris County Precinct 4 worked around him. Also present were members of the Harris County Fire Marshal's Office who were successful in containing the blaze before it could spread. None of the agencies had any updates as the status of their investigation Monday morning, though Deputy Chief Mitchell Weston of the Fire Marshal's Office said most of the home's interior was damaged. He could not say what caused the catastrophe, which had left residents of the community just 30 miles outside of Houston also at a loss. This has been a little unusual, said one neighbor while speaking to Click 2 Houston, as detectives revealed one of the bodies found on the house's first floor, while others, 2, were found upstairs. Hey, Whiskey Boots. The outlet also reported... Hey, alright, cool. Missy 6, 9 months, and Whiskey Boots 12 months. Hello, Freak Family, and flying my freak flag. Alright, well, we need to start flying some flags of super chats because we are so far behind now on this month. The outlet also reported seeing an investigator placing evidence markers near a fence at a park behind the home. I think I found that spot. A path that Sergeant Ritchie said, and as of now, unidentified suspect likely took while fleeing the residence, which is weird. He also said that an accelerant was used to start the blaze, and the killers often set fires in an attempt to destroy evidence. So I don't know if she's sitting down there, but if not, she's like 4'2". Foster, 23, and his girlfriend Richard, 21. Wait, what's this guy's? That's Colin. Wait, that's Kolin Richard, though, right? Wait, Kolin Foster. Wait, now I'm confused. Foster, 23. Oh, yeah, him and his girlfriend, Richard, yeah. All right. Sergeant Ritchie said Sunday that detectives believe a suspect fled the back of the house after setting the blaze, and there was little doubt the 3 had been murdered. A vintage red Corvette belonging to the son was seen being towed from the scene and is now an area of interest for detectives. I guess that's it right there. And then he's looking around by this metal fence here. And I think that is... So I was looking around over here. I think I had to make all the way over to this place, which is interesting because there's the slide system over here, and that means and then look at this fence right here. See, this fence is only right there, and that is what that is. So it looks like see, I don't know, it's kind of confusing because see how there's this curve here. So let's go look up in the air, and also I can probably tell just by the way he's looking at the slide. So he's right over here. I didn't realize that. This guy's standing right there, right? Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, he's just, let me see. Yeah, that camera person's filming him right there. Oh, that's interesting. Wow. Okay. Let me edit that where I have the yellow marker. I just kind of put it in the general area, so he's right over here. That's right, Whiskey Boots. She's trying for a wave, everybody. Trying for a wave. Shouldn't take a wave to get people going because, I mean, I've donated out of my own money $209,000 over the years. Yeah, since January of 2020, and that's because of you guys. Now, I know times are harder, but, you know, I still need the same. I mean, I'm trying to get some, you know, I'm doing way more videos now to make up the difference, but it's still hard. It doesn't make up the difference. All right. So that photographer is almost exactly right here, this one. Right? Yep, see the slide there? And that means there's one that drops. There's a bunch that drop there. I think he's just like right here. Yeah, about where I have it. There you go. Well, thanks for the try there, Whiskey Boots. Yeah, so that was, wow, so they must think that this guy, does that mean that, is this all open? That he jumped over the fence and then came out through this park and then jumped over here to get out. That's interesting. And maybe he had blood on, there's blood or something like that, that they were able to, and it could be that they saw him on surveillance camera. So whoever the killer is, they may have seen on surveillance camera, perhaps, you know, we could look up here. I'm sure a lot of people have cameras around there. And then maybe it picked him up, somebody jumping over the fence, they just can't make out who he is. And then they're dusting or trying to get DNA or something off that portion of the fence. Okay, so we're looking at, we can see that house from street view here. That one. And that means their house is just right around the next one over. I think you can see it even right there, that brick. So the person jumped over the fence behind their house, perhaps, and then came right over here and then jumped over this fence. And it's weird. I wonder if he went out the back door of their residence. And then use their car to do something. I mean, what the hell would he use that car for? Man, that's crazy. Officers also stated their belief Foster was not the last person to drive the car, with a neighbor telling Click 2 Houston they heard a car door slam before the police arrived. Okay, but how does that mean it was that car? I mean, there's other vehicles on the street. It's difficult to say this early in the investigation, but I do believe there's still enough evidence, he said, as a search commenced for the potential suspect. As you can see, you know the house behind me is still intact. It wasn't completely burned down. Not everything inside was destroyed. So we have been able to recover some evidence. He added that it remains unclear whether the suspect had any accomplices, but said he and his colleagues are hoping evidence obtained from the Corvette will yield arrests. Once the fire was put out, officials from the 3 agencies continued to canvass the area for several hours, multiple outlets reported. A photo posted by Cameryn 2 weeks ago, meanwhile, showed her and Foster celebrating his birthday. Let's see. Seen accepting a kiss from her beloved, she offered the accompanying "Happy Birthday, Stinky." Cops' investigation as of Monday remained ongoing. Is that this thing? Cameras at the park behind should have clues. I guess we could check there. I don't know. You can maybe that building has some cameras. So it's right here on this cul-de-sac. So that's really specific. I mean, I guess you could say, well, it's easy to jump over a fence here, but if I'm there, I don't know. I mean, it seems kind of, I mean, we don't know how they died, but man, it just seems so overkill if you're just in there to rob something. So it seems like this person knew them. Yeah. I don't know, Amber. Everybody knows that this channel runs on the support, and when it doesn't, if people aren't doing it, they're just not doing it. You know, I don't know. It's hard to, I appreciate everybody trying, and I don't mind you guys typing it in, but it's just gets to the point where, you know, I mean, we have a scholarship fund, we've got DNA funds to support, and we're just in a weird place now. I guess if I'm not, see, and then people ask, Gray, why do you keep covering the shooter? Gray? Well, look at tonight. That's why. Right there. You get killed if you don't. Let's see what ABC News said over here. Here we go. What? Trip to Belize. Nobody knows what you're talking about. See you later. Don't know. I don't need an email, Cindy. I've got a whole bunch of articles. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Is that the right side broadcasting? Maybe I should go watch that. I wanted to go watch that. But it has nothing to do with what we're talking about. God, is everybody sending me the same thing over and over again? Yeah, same thing. Yeah. Hey, thanks, Brown Eyed Girl. Man, basically a savior. You, my brown-eyed girl. Anyways, thank you. Jeez. All right, here's a different one on it. Woman, adult son, his girlfriend identified after their bodies were found in burning Cypress home. The Harris County Sheriff's Office preliminary identified the 3 people whose bodies were found inside a burning Cypress home on Sunday as a woman, her adult son, and his live-in girlfriend. So, I mean, we don't know if anything was taken, but obviously it feels like, I mean, why would you burn the house? There must have been something going on, to that level where you're thinking, man, well, you got to burn the house down, because like a lot of physical interaction. On Monday, HCSO released the names of 3 people who died inside a home in the 14,600 block of Plains River Drive. We already know where it is. Kelly Masciarelli, Kolin Foster, and Cameryn Richard. Investigators believe Masciarelli and Foster were mother and son, and all 3 people lived at the home. Their ages were not released. Well, we already have all that. She's 54, Colin's 23, and the girlfriend is 21, Cameron. Investigators are trying to develop a suspect, but haven't disclosed who that may be. It was also unclear whether anyone else stayed at the home. HCSO is already treating the case as a homicide. Hey, look at that. It's Norm Scanlon. Hi, great. I love it when you map things out. Thank you. Hey, freaks. Yeah. I mean, this is an interesting case here already, don't you think? I mean, it's a really populated neighborhood. I mean, hello. I mean, there must be 1 million cameras all over the place. Oh, wow. Thanks, Ozzy Trisha. What's going on? I mean, you don't have to tell me here, but sorry, I'm taking a break. Real life problems here. Well, thanks anyways. Appreciate it. Hey, I don't know if that works, but I'm gonna turn on the I'll have to do the backup one. Well, thanks you guys. Wow, that was amazing. Almost got to the goal just in that little bit of time. So let's see. Let me do I'll have to play it for you guys in the back end. So here we go. Where is it? Alert box, super chats. Okay, here's this one, the avocado one. You can just listen to it. Stop, collaborate, and listen. I smack will band new invention, something. Critical to nightly flows like a harpoon, billion nightly. Will of south, no, don't know. Turn out the lights. Oh, go to the extreme, or at the mark like a vandal. Light up the change, and mark like a candle. Bam. Cause we get home, killing your pain like a poisonous mushroom. Deadly. When I play a dope melody, anything less than the best of the felony. Love it, leave it. Better get away, better hit the bull, gotta get, don't play. If there was a problem, you'll all solve it. Check out the hook, my DJ revolves it. Boom.
This is a test super
Woo!
Message.
Got stuck there in the middle, but got it going at the end. Kamala. I should get that laugh and make it a thing. Anyways, thank you so much to everybody so far. Brown Eyed Girl, Norm Scanlon, Ozzy Trisha, Amber Maiden. All right. Oh, and then the other one would have been this one. Right? Well, I hope everything's... maybe send me an email, Ozzy Trisha. Let me know what's going on. If you want to.
This is a test super chat message.
So what do you guys think so far? If you're just going to use your gut feeling in this case, what are you thinking? I mean, this is little boxes. I mean, look at this thing. Remember that the show Weeds, the beginning of that? But it's right on the edge, kind of, right? Like there's a park and then a road, so you could see maybe somebody. I don't know. It could be that somebody parked a car over here or waited in this area because it's right next to kind of a main road, Cypress Drive or this one. But it looked like they went this way. So when they went from the house, they came over here, and so that means it's more likely then they went like this and then onto this road. So was there a car waiting somewhere? Can you park on this one, for example? I don't know. That doesn't look like there's no parking allowed here. It does look like you could park there. I mean, it's kind of narrow to park a car, though. It's maybe they don't allow it. I mean, I imagine a car would be out here, and you wouldn't be able to. So I doubt it. It doesn't look like a curb, actually. So. Yeah, they don't seem to know much. You're right. Fortunately, we have seen this before, where an individual will commit murder and then start a fire to cover their tracks. Seems like that Daily Mail article had the more recent information. Let's see if this one has something. 3 victims found dead inside burning home in Cypress, identified. Arson and murder investigation underway. Now let's listen to this guy.
That did show that it was most likely deliberately set.
Harris County Sheriff deputies say a house fire led to the deadly discovery of 3 people murdered inside a Cypress home. Their lives taken too soon, the killer then setting their home ablaze. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Bill Barajas. We begin with that tragedy unfolding tonight. Investigators say a mother, her son, and the son's girlfriend were already dead when their home was intentionally set on fire. That house is in the Cypress Mill Park Community off Cypresswood Drive in northwest Harris County. KPRC2's Corley Peel is there with new clues in the case.
As of right now, investigators aren't revealing how the 3 people died. They're waiting on their autopsy results, but they're hoping that surveillance video in this area and evidence at the scene will provide answers. This red...
I mean, if you missed the beginning, the mother has 2 assault charges and like a breaking and entering and assault, and then the son has some similar type things. And so maybe, like the one person that's missing, like Zozo said, is the biological, whoever the father is. But I don't know. It doesn't feel like that in this one, because this person killed the girlfriend of. I mean, it seems different to me. Doesn't seem related to the dad. Why would you kill the girlfriend? Maybe she was just somebody that was in the wrong place at the wrong time, but I don't know. I mean, usually you see somebody kill the mom, not the son, if you're the dad. So, I don't know. We'll have to see how that one turns out. Ah, geez, Sam. Could you get more of a brown noser? Jesus. Let's see. I've been listening to the scanner. They're definitely going to private comms channels. How do you know? Yeah, I said that, Zozo. Yeah, gone over that already. The whole thing. Let's see. I work in Harris County, Texas, where all these crazy crimes are committed. It's absolutely wild. All right. Yeah, you seem like you're near a lot of these crimes, Esther. What's going on? Are you the Nexus? Unfortunately, I lost the. Well, maybe I still have him in. If I go to here, oh yeah. So here you go. I have him right here. So terroristic threats. They're in my screen capture. These are both for the son, and then the mother has assault and criminal trespassing in 2005, but the sons are 2022. See that? Right there? It's crazy. And it says, terroristic threat, fear of imminent, probably like imminent, the safety of their life, like imminent threat to their life, whoever he was threatening. So maybe it's related to that somehow, where this person came back, I'm kind of wondering if it's more associated with the girlfriend, somebody that she knew, and this person feels like this girl was taken from them, and it's the mother and the boyfriend's fault, and that was where the terroristic threat. I would like to see who the victim of the terroristic threat was to in 2022, because that's recent. That's like within a year. Oh, gee. Well, I think there was both of them, but it said he was convicted, and then something dismissed. I don't know what that means, but he was convicted, and maybe later they dismissed it. But he did something. That's what I see. Nah, I don't know what you're talking about, Nikki. We're going over something totally different than that. Authorities in Cyprus are investigating to determine whether mother, her son, and her girlfriend were murdered inside their home. Well, it sounds like they believe that they were killed not by the fire. The initial investigation has revealed that the fire was likely set deliberately using an accelerant. Harris County Sheriff Ed Gonzalez provided an update via Twitter Monday, stating the victims have been tentatively identified as Kelly Masciarelli, her adult son Kolin Foster, and his girlfriend Cameryn Richard. Investigators believe whoever started the fire fled through the back of the house. Okay, now we have the victims had signs of trauma. Now, if you missed it and you weren't here, Zozo, so check it out. If you weren't here earlier, the Daily Mail has a picture of this. I just don't want it to be brought up again later. So here's the slide out in the back right there. There's an officer like dusting for prints right on this fence right here, doing something, and he's got a camera photographing the fence. So they think that he probably jumped over the back of the house right here and went through the park, and you can see if you just go to Street View right here and just look over there, his house, the house where everybody was killed, is this brick one right through there. So probably jumped over the fence and then came over here and then leaped over here, and they probably have that on camera. They just can't make out who this person is. What do you guys think? So I think you could almost draw, I could put something up here, like something like this, like over the fence, this way, and then boom, right here. That's where we're at so far. Then later, I bet you tomorrow, they are going to release surveillance footage of somebody walking down the street that they believe is a suspect, and we'll be able to see where that is in conjunction with this. That's what I'm guessing. I think the next thing they're going to do is release some sort of surveillance images. And we can go back to the Daily Mail here. See, there it is. There's that little slide set, and he's right there. I wonder why he's got the video. Oh, that's interesting. So he's got the camera, and it's facing the other direction. Why is he doing that? Does that mean that there's a camera on the other side and he's filming where the camera was, and then, or is this, he was just holding the camera? I mean, this is a crime scene investigator. So he's getting, it looks like fingerprints off of there, but this camera is facing the other direction. I don't know what he was doing with that. Let's see. So he's basically standing right next to this one. I think he's right here, and then he's, yeah, see, we're wondering if there was a camera up in this house. Maybe he was trying to get the angle or something. Yeah, it's a little blurry. Yeah, I was thinking, I mean, the first thing that pops into my mind, and especially in Texas, is some, violent illegal alien that came over. That's the first thought that always pops into my head. Especially something like that. I mean, it's just so. But it easily could just be some person that they knew or something. But that's what, unfortunately, it pops into my head. That's mean, Gray. Not all illegal aliens. I didn't say that. I didn't say it. But there's a lot that do come over. I would say 99% of the illegal aliens that come over are good people. But when you have 15 million people jumping, coming over the border, 1% of that is 150,000. Okay? Or 15,000, whatever the hell the number is. Let's see, 15 million, 10% of that would be 1.5. Yeah, 150,000 was correct. That means 150,000 aren't good, even though it's only 1% of the entire amount coming over. Is anybody okay with that? I don't know. Where does it say that, Zozo? Did somebody post that somewhere? That doesn't mean anything to me, just saying that in the chat. Like, send me a link or something where I can look at it. I don't know what they do for a living. I could probably see that, though, if I went back to that... shoot. Let me see. Is that her? It looks like her. Yeah. Isn't this her right here? Look. Yeah, that looks like him. Here, I'm going to put this in. See, I don't have a folder now. God dang it. It's brutal. Yeah, so that's the boyfriend right here. And this is her. Yep, that's her. She seems so small. Like, I bet she's only 4 foot something. Yeah, so she was actually standing up in that one picture. Man. Yep. I don't think her boyfriend's in here as a friend. That's not the same one. Oh, it's got a K, so. Wow, that's the only one that had the right spelling. That's not it. I don't know where Zozo got her comment up there about terroristic threats against somebody named Sierra. It's just I can't just start talking about something where I don't have the information. So maybe on Instagram. Cameryn Richard. That's just Richards, not Richardson. I was looking on Instagram, but I don't think, maybe that's his. I mean, thankfully they both have unusually spelled names. Yeah, I don't see anything. The brown noser. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna start calling Sam. That's a lot of police activity. But that sounds like a huge case. I don't know if it's random. Because they believe that somebody else used... Here's what I think happened. Like, either people were killed right away and then somebody used their car and then came back, or there were people that were alive for a while and the killer got something from them, like a PIN number, drove to a bank, and withdrew some money, something like that. You sure are, Sam. You sure are, man. I tell you what. Let's see. So I guess this is something. It's so blurry you can't even really read it. But before me, the undersigned, assigned district attorney, Texas, this day appeared, undersigned affiant, who under oath says that he has good reason to believe that he and does believe that the Harris County, Texas, Kolin Paul Foster hereafter something like the defendant. God, what does that say? Hereafter the defendant here before on February 23rd, 2021 did then and unlawfully something to commit an offense involving violence. Let's see, something murder. So maybe it's like, God, man, that's crazy. What does that say? Something murder. Sierra Williams hereafter called the complainant to place the complainant in fear of imminent serious bodily injury. Sierra Williams. I don't know if you can see where she lives. Maybe she lives in that same area. Hey, it feels sort of old school though. I don't know. I don't see that say namely. Involving violence. Yeah, I don't see it. It's like A something or other. Unless you have a clearer copy than that. Sierra Williams. There's one in San Antonio, Houston. And I think that's where this is, outside of, I think, I don't remember now. Yeah, Houston. So outside Houston over here. There's 2 of them in Houston. So let's see. They're both 23, believe it or not. And he's 23. I mean, well, like, what are the odds that there be 2 23-year-old Sierra? I mean, that's crazy. Let's see. Just get one address here. Throw it in there. That one's over here. And then the other Sierra Williams in Houston. All right, you guys, we're only 59 away from the total goal. So if you're out there and you're able to help support the channel, that'd be great. Okay, another one lives over here. So, I mean, it could be either one of those 2. I don't know if there's a way for me to figure out which one they're talking about. Let me go back to that thing that Zozo sent. Does it have an address or anything in there? Up at the top? I didn't really look at that. Well, they have him at a different... He must have moved in with his mom then. Because he lived at 788 BATES Wood Drive, Houston, Texas. Okay, well, hold on. Because that other address seemed really close to that spot that we were just looking at. So that's Colin. So let me go back out there. I mean, I'm just visually remembering in my head that seemed like it was in that general area. So let's see. Nah, it's kind of over. It was in that side, but over here. That's close, though, isn't it? I mean, that's... Yeah, only 8 miles away there. Well, that's what I was wondering, Cindy. That's why I looked it up. So he lived there in 2022. It's not... Ah, come on, Cindy. Throw everything at the wall and see if something sticks. Thanks, Jim Lawn.
1.21 gigawatts. What the hell is a gigawatt?
Well, it's 1,000,000 watts, maybe? I don't know. Something like that, or... Esther M. gifted a membership to Lisa's Outlaw Red Bones. Yeah, if we get to 57 more, I'll donate 5 memberships. Alright, it'd be nice to get there again. We haven't got to a point where I can... So know what? I don't know what that means. How much is a gig? I don't know. 1,000? Maybe? Gigabyte? Maybe 1,000,000. Let's see, there's 8. I don't even know. Megabyte is like 1,000,000 bytes, I think, right? And a byte is 8 bits or something. I found him. I didn't find him on Facebook. I found her though. And just as I was doing the show, the hard drive that stores everything that I had accumulated crashed, and I'd have to like reboot and everything, and I just didn't feel like it. Yeah, well, Johnny V, if somebody else donates, I'll tell you what, why don't you guys, if you donate 10 memberships out there to other people, I'll make that equivalent, and then I'll donate 5 more, and that'll be 15. All right. So there you go. There's your goal. So if you guys donate 10 more memberships, I'll donate 5, and then maybe Johnny V will get one. Don't all just jump to it, though. You know, I don't want you to. Yeah, everybody, I've seen this. It's interesting. Okay, I'll play it for you guys. This looks like that's Thomas Crooks right there. 100%. No doubt about it. That's Thomas Crooks. Walking at 4:26. So now it makes me want to go. I was going to go sit around and review the entire right side broadcasting of the day. Maybe you walk by somebody. Pretty crazy though, right? Pretty crazy. Well, there's one by Nate Campbell and Sweet Caroline got one. I thought you already were a member, Sweet Caroline. Pretty wild, isn't it? There he is, just walking around, knowing later he's gonna start shooting. Pretty weird, huh? It's pretty wild. But, you know, it's... And there was also a clip that I can't show you because I have it on the other drive, but you remember yesterday the video that I was showing where the lady's by the fence and she hears the first gunshot and then runs back? Well, there's a shot from above where it's really clear. It shows the girl and it pans over and you see Thomas Crooks' head sticking up above on the roof, and it's like, you know, so it's exactly the same as I adjusted it. Literally exactly the same. So we nailed that. All right, Nate Campbell gifted another one, so that's 2. We got 8 more to gift, you guys, and then I'll gift 5. What do you think of that? La Luz Beltran. And then got that one. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Oh, and thank you to Paulette Leonard on PayPal. Thank you. Paulette Leonard and Jessica Schubach are related somehow. They just don't know it. I don't even, you know, that doesn't even mean they look the same. It's just, I think Paulette Leonard and Jessica Schubach started watching this show at the exact same second or something. I don't know. They've just been around the same amount of time. It's pretty cool. Yeah. There they are. See, look, right after her, there's Jessica Schubach and then Paulette Leonard. Yep. Hey, what does Schubach mean, by the way? Does it have something to do with the shoe, and then I'm not sure what Bach means. Maybe like somebody who hobbles shoes or something, or what? Almost all those names mean something. I'm sure it's German, right? Like shoemaker. Schumacher! Hey guys, be sure you got your allowance to receive a free membership is on. That's right. That's right. Anyways, Matt, what do you think about this one? That's such a... We don't know enough details. Like, what happened to him? Were they strangled to death? Were they tied up with ligatures first? One was downstairs and 2 of them were upstairs. What does that mean? Does that mean one tried to run from the others? Hey, look at Kami. That's 3. 7 more to go, you guys. If you get 7 more memberships, I'll donate 5. Then we'll have 15 new members on here. That'd be sweet. That's right, Nate Campbell. And Nate Campbell said up above, 1 gigabyte of anything is 1,024 megabytes. Yeah, that's that weird number. I think it's because of the 8. The number 8 that's part of a byte or something. I can't remember exactly. It's been a long time since I gave a damn. See, when you first started with computers, that stuff mattered because every little byte was a big deal. Or like a megabyte was so huge. It was like, oh, wow, you got 120K? That's incredible. You know, it was really, now it's like, you know, terabytes, and man, it's hard to even get up to that point. Videos can get you there quick. That's why Brian Koberger's defense team keeps saying all the time shit like, oh yeah, boy, man, I'll tell you what, we got so many terabytes. And it's like, yeah, you got a lot of video, you know. All right, so right now we got 4. We need 6 more membership giftings. Let's see, related to the mother. I could be, you know, but I was thinking it might be related to this. God, I don't know. I think it might be related to the relationship of the son. And there, wow, look at that. MK did the whole 10. Well, there we go. Here we go. Now here's 5 more. See, we got the generous freaks around here. They keep the channel going and help other people out at the same time. Wait, how come I can't? Weird. For some reason it doesn't let me. That's what you guys were saying yesterday, right? How weird. Alright, I'm just gonna try something here. Maybe if I go out to the video itself. Didn't have to do that before, but oh, I know what it is. I think I needed to just refresh it. What's going on? I'm trying to get so I can gift the 5. There it is. Membership gifting. And there we go. And also welcome up there to Kristen, Tawny Lee. Tawny Lee, wow, that's a name from the past. T Lieb 52, EI Rule here for the entertainment. Grammy, Rebecca Medley, Kim T 4997, and Elizabeth. Then the ones from mine are Annette Reed, Lisa, Rana, Buckle Bunny. And by the way, I don't think your name got picked up there because you probably aren't available to get them, Johnny V. And later we're going to go over to my political channel and go over the, listen to the speech. You know, I'm kind of curious to see how that's going to go over there. So that'll be, that one I think starts at 7:50, well, in about an hour from now. What's the go with the car? Well, they just said the car, they think it was used after, I think it was something like after the fire. Was that right? Let me go back. Let's see. God, how many times is the word after in here? After seizing, broke out. Let's see. Well, let's just find the picture of the vehicle, and maybe it's right under that. A vintage red Corvette belonging to the son was seen being towed from the scene and is now an area of interest because, let's see, I think it's door is what I'm looking. There it is. Officers also stated their belief that Foster was not the last person to drive the car, as a neighbor telling Click to Houston that they heard a door slam before police arrived. So the fire must have already been going on, but they heard a door slam. But what does that mean, though? I mean, a lot of people have cars that they shut a door. To me, that seems pretty weak if that's the... A house fire led to the discovery of 3 people believed to have been murdered inside a Cypress home. The Harris County Sheriff's Office says the bodies of a mother, her son, and his girlfriend were found inside the home off Plains River Drive in the Cypress Mills Park Community. Investigators believe they were already dead before the fire started. As of right now, investigators aren't saying how they believe the 3 people died, only saying they were waiting on their autopsy results. Detectives are hoping surveillance video in the area and evidence from the home will provide answers. A red Corvette towed away from the home is now an area of interest for detectives. It was found in the driveway of the home where the 3 were believed to have been killed before their house was set on fire. We are willing to say that these individuals looked like they were deceased before the fire was started. So this is definitely a homicide, not accidental death due to fire or smoke inhalation, said Sergeant Michael Ritchie with the Harris County Sheriff's Office. Detectives say the son recently bought the Corvette. The previous owner is in the clear, but investigators believe the last person in the car wasn't the son. So there's obviously other reasons they think that. You can't just take the word of, I heard a door shut. That might be just a neighbor who said that, trying to help corroborate what the news heard. And so to me, it sounds like they must have more information. That they see maybe there's surveillance footage showing the car pull up. Maybe the guy, goes inside the house. What did they say about the fire? The red Corvette towed away. It was found in the driveway. We are willing to say that the individuals looked like they were deceased before the fire was started, so this is definitely a homicide. Detectives say the son recently bought the Corvette. The previous owner is in the clear, but investigators believe the last person in the car was not the son. A neighbor told KPRC2 reporter Corey Peel she had heard a car door slam. Other neighbors said they didn't hear anything. Yeah, I think it's some other reason that law enforcement say they're just talking to a neighbor and that's what her guess is. That would be a ridiculous assumption for police to make, don't you agree? For somebody to go, I heard a door slam. Oh, wow, that must mean somebody drove his car after. I think they have absolute knowledge that somebody else was driving that car, and this lady's just sort of like, the reporter said, hey, did you hear that somebody was driving his car after they died? And then she goes, oh yeah, I heard a door slam. Oh, and they're trying to, that just seems like garbage, Sergeant Ritchie believes the suspect ran out of the back of the home. KPCRT saw a crime scene investigator placing evidence markers near a fence at a nearby park behind the home. Well, you know what? This is really poorly written, because when you say behind the home, your thought is, oh, right over here. But no, it's actually way more sort of meaningful to say that the guy was actually over here. So that means the person jumped over the fence, ran over, and made his way to this street. And that's kind of where we're at now. Now, does this person, they make it to there and they live over here somewhere in the neighborhood and they've been scoping it out? Or did they go to here to get to this main road and get the hell out of Dodge? That seems more likely, but you never know. I mean, there's so many homes there. They could have gone here and went this direction. I mean, if the next when they put out a piece of surveillance footage and it shows that they're going this direction, then they're 100% live in this area right here. If the next thing they give out shows that they're walking this way, then we don't know anything. You'd have to keep trying to track him with different cameras and see what happens. But if he takes a right here, he lives up here. Or even in this area. Like this entire area here, he could literally walk down, make his way there, and he just scoped it out or something. But if he goes this direction, then boom, probably on Cypress Drive, something else. Well, he didn't take his car. He probably had another car waiting around. I don't know what he was doing with, maybe he went to a bank, to a teller, with some information that he got from them, and then he goes over to take some money out, and he brings the car back because it sticks out like a sore thumb, but maybe he thought the car, taking the car just seems bizarre. I guess at that time, nobody's dead, or, it's just sort of like a guy driving a car. So nobody's looking for that vehicle at that point, the Corvette. So what did he go do with that Corvette during that time? Pretty weird, huh? Pretty weird. I was going to do the Beidelman case, but Ada sent me this one on an email, so I was like, oh man, we got to check this one out. This one's one of those crazy ones. It might turn out to be something really simple, but should I do a poll here? Let's see. All right. There you go. Those are your options. Was this related to mother, son, girlfriend? I think it might be either the son or the girlfriend. I'm more in that camp, but definitely, I don't have enough information. That's just my guess. I don't have anything that's swaying me in a direction or. I know, yeah. I just brought that up as something yesterday. I'll probably do something more on that in the next couple of days. D. Warner. Pretty crazy, huh? After all that time, Greg Hardy, the brother, we've all known the whole time that her husband did it. Okay, and finally, after the Greg Hardy should get a medal. I mean, that guy is like like he turned into a detective. A little bit like Jenny Penny or 8675309. She had to be that for her dad's case. And in her dad's case, the person pled guilty. So I mean, it's good news for that, but it's also it has affected her. So put out some positive vibes for 8675309 and Lisa Wilkerson and everybody out there that needs the positive vibes currently. Yeah, so most people think the son. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of like what my earlier thing was. The son, he just had the terroristic threats just a year and a half ago, or maybe 2 years ago at this point. So, maybe it's something related to that. Maybe why would he be doing that? Is it a girl that he was dating? And then is somebody, well, why would you kill for retribution? Wouldn't you just do more terroristic threats? That's kind of an overkill to kill like a mother and kids. So, and it seems it would be odd for a father to kill like an adult son and his girlfriend and the mom because something. So it's kind of a strange situation. It might be like there's drugs, maybe there's drugs going on, and I don't know. She doesn't look like they don't look like drug people. Well, the son has, a lot of tattoos, but that doesn't mean you're into drugs. Thanks, yee-haw, 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 hee-haw. I don't know if I have the mothers. I kind of lost my folder, so I kind of quit looking around. If you have the mothers one, I'll take that one. Let's see. Fighter police assisting Harris County with death investigation. She posted this 4 days ago. That's crazy. What's this mean, male? What does that mean? I want to check this out. That's pretty weird. Fighter police assisting Harris County with death investigation along U.S. Highway 90. Man, is she connected to this thing?
Tonight we're going to begin in Orange County.
Why would she
Fighter
do
police
that?
are helping Harris County Sheriff's deputies trying to find out more about a man who was found dead. Harris County officials called Vider PD for help locating a body that had reportedly been dumped someplace off of Old Highway 90. Tonight we're going to begin in Orange County. Vider police are helping Harris County Sheriff's deputies trying to find out more about a man
cool, Jim
who was
Law.
found dead. Harris County officials
If leaving Denver and heading to Naples, Florida. Well, enjoy the way better society. Good job.
called Vider PD for help locating a body that had reportedly been dumped someplace off of Old Highway 90. Officers eventually located the victim near a TV transmitter site just past Rose City.
Why is she posting this?
Investigators say the man was killed sometime in the past 48 hours and that there are multiple crime scenes. The Harris County Sheriff's Office tells 12 News that more information will be released soon.
I wonder, that's just so weird. I mean, let me just go through. Does she post about true crime a lot? Once again, And that's so weird because that's only 4 days ago. Don't you think that that's a little, just knowing what happened? Let's see. What did she put? Why did she type male here, by the way? Oh, just like it's a male victim? I mean, why bother? That's weird. I mean, what's she... I think there's... I don't know. I don't know what to make of that. I said I don't know 75 times already. But, well, that's her, right? But what's this? What was that right there? Oh, that must have been Pence. Yeah, got rid of that. And that's their house. Oh, that says Vance. Why did you block out that? Anyways, there's the... that's actually the front yard, it looks like. Oh, this is July 14th. Let's see, July 13th is the shooting day. You didn't really put anything on that. Now, anyways. Take a look at that. Yeah, no, it's a cartoon flame. Thanks for pointing that out, Cindy. We all thought that was a real flame. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, like it's a flame. And, you know, why, you know, their house burned later, right? Maybe it just means like, came home to an almost perfect yard. Wait, is that actually a cartoon flame, or is that literally laying on their house? I can't tell. Looks like it's been an image placed over it. Wow, I see the photo as incredibly foreboding. Oh, that's because somebody's commenting. So somebody else commented on that. 3 weeks ago, someone said, oh, I want one. And this person said, I posted the link to get them. Go to Trump website and type in your address, and any you want with an R will show up. So this person here said, that's foreboding. Yeah, why is that? What does that mean? Why put that flame? I think she's just saying, it's on fire, these guys, you know. That's what it sounds like. But it is a flame, and her house did get burned. Maybe it's somebody that's a Democrat that lives there and just couldn't stand the fact that the lady wouldn't shock me one bit. That's mean, Gray. I don't know, man. You know. Does she have two different profiles or what? Oh, I guess this is another one, right? Wow, she posted on the 17th. Why is mainstream media in Chicago not talking about this? Yeah, it doesn't. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. I mean, 2 days ago, she's just normal person posting, you know? Mr. Roper. I think his name was Red. And hell, what was his name? God, he's right. I mean, I know I watched the show when it was hilarious. And then Alice, yeah, she was from that lady with all the Golden Girls. Forgot her. Well, there you go, you guys. That's the vehicle right there. See, I can't get there. Well, this happened last night. My kid definitely has my genes. And there it is, and that's absolutely right in their driveway. Let's see. I bet if you go down the street view there and look to the right, you'll see that one house. A brick house with a white panel on it. And there it is. You can see it right through there. The brick house with the white panel right there. So, yep, definitely right in the driveway there. And see, it's more red than the image that when it was on that being towed, it almost looked like it was maroon.
Tonight, we're going to begin in Orange County. Vidor police are...
Well, this one's interesting. I think we need to keep following this one. What do you guys think? Well, what did it say about them? I didn't read what it said about Alice and them. When you become officially older than the old folks you watched on TV. So this is when... That's how old she was when she was on the show? Oh, wow. I always thought she was like... So she was like younger than Mike, probably. And Carol. Not... Yeah. They made her look like she was about 55 or so. But I think people did look older back then. You ever notice that? Like, people that are 75 now look like the people that were 60 about 45 years ago. It's just, it seems like a normal lady just posting. I don't know what she does for work. I mean, I can go look really quick. Hold on. Or did for work. Looks like real estate. Yeah, so that would explain the money that she's able to... Yeah, Keller Williams Realty, Greater Atlanta area at one point, I guess. Like a title. Okay, one of them was like business manager at Golden Triangle, something or other. So yeah, that would make sense for her income to have a house like that. Let me see what the Colin was doing. There's nothing listed for him. Yeah, if you look at old yearbooks, it's insane how mature they... Yeah, I know, isn't that wild? But I think that's because the cameras make the... I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's just that. You know, because I remember just thinking, like, my mom's 82, and when I look at her, or I'm way older than that. She's like 87, okay? When I look at her, I go, I don't think she looks 87, you know? She doesn't, you know, definitely isn't remembering things like she used to, unfortunately, but she absolutely does not look... I would think she looked like somebody that was maybe 70 when I was a kid. Yeah, I think it's like the medications, the different things people do now. People just live longer, you know? That's right. Well, you guys, I think I'm gonna have to get off of here soon so I can get ready for the next one. But what I'm gonna do is I gotta reboot and see if I can fix whatever the hell's wrong with this hard drive. And I don't even know which one it is. Oh yeah, and you're way younger than I am, right? You're 30 something, right? So your mom's younger than mine, but my mom's 87. And my dad's like 86. They're both, they're still out there. What's wrong, Cindy? What's this one? Let's see what this one says here.
There were telltale signs that...
We already did that one.
That did show that it was most likely deliberately set.
Harris County...
Yeah. How about that one?
Right now, 6 o'clock, searching for a killer. The manhunt intensifies for the person responsible for the murders of 3 people inside of a Cypress.
Did you see that? That was a pretty bad fire.
Killer. The manhunt intensifies for the person responsible for the murders of 3 people.
Now, let me grab these screen grabs.
The manhunt
I mean, that's interesting right there, right?
Intensifies for the person responsible for the murders.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty much like a huge loss as well. And this looks like this was early on, because isn't that the Corvette right there on the right? And you can see the lighting makes it look maroon, but it isn't. So this is early on right there. There's the Corvette. I think this is just a house, a $350,000 house. And I was saying, like, if that was in LA, that'd be a $4 million house. And Portland, yeah, I'm sure that'd be 750, 800 easy. I mean, no doubt about it. So it's crazy where you can live, but I guess shit like this happens to you when you live over in those,
of
some other
three people
place.
inside of a Cypress home. Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Daniela Guzman. Keith is off tonight. Well, the Harris County Sheriff's Office says their bodies were found after the home was intentionally set on fire. This all happened Sunday morning at a home off Plains River Drive in the Cypress Mill subdivision. And the sheriff tonight identifying the three people as a mother, son, and his girlfriend. KPRC2's Corley Peel joining us now live outside of the home where she has been speaking with loved ones. Corley?
Several family and friends have stopped by here at the home today. They were too shaken to speak, but they are hoping for answers. From what I have learned from detectives today is that they believe these murders were not random, but they say everything is under investigation.
Come on in, everybody. Come on in.
The Cypress home is where detectives believe a killer made their way inside before killing.
I get all these.
The back of this Cypress home is where detectives believe a killer made their way inside before killing three people, then intentionally setting the home on fire Sunday morning. And
What are you saying, Cindy? What do you mean 4 days ago? What are you guys talking about?
neighbor who asked to remain anonymous says she became worried after noticing the people inside never came out of the burning home.
It was shocking. It was very surreal, very unexpected. It's still, I feel like, the reality of it is still definitely settling in.
Detectives believe the killer ran out the back of the home. KPRC2 saw a crime scene investigator placing evidence markers near a fence behind the house. When firefighters made their way inside, they found the bodies of Kelly Masciarelli, her son Kolin Foster, and his girlfriend Cameryn Richard. Detectives found they all had trauma to their bodies. Says she became worried after noticing the people then intentionally setting the home on fire Sunday morning.
I don't see the sign
who
there.
asked to remain anonymous says she became worried after noticing the people inside never came out of the burning home.
It was shocking. It was very surreal.
Maybe
very
they just took it down to get by.
It's still, I feel like, the reality of it is still definitely settling in.
Detectives believe the killer ran out the back of the home. KPRC2 saw a crime scene investigator placing evidence markers near a fence behind the house. When firefighters made their way inside, they found the bodies of Kelly Masciarelli, her son Kolin Foster, and his girlfriend Cameryn Richard. Detectives found they all had trauma to their bodies. They say the fire was not an accident and intentionally set using some sort of accelerant.
The thought that as we were sleeping peacefully in our beds, just a few doors over, this horrible thing was happening for our neighbors.
Foster's Reck.
Yeah. Got a lot of good shots in this video, for sure. Look at that one. That's crazy. So I guess that wasn't the Corvette that was sitting there. It looked different colored. They already taken it away. Because that car's in that position that I thought that was.
Corvette was towed away from the scene. Detectives say it's of interest, but it's unclear if it has anything to do with the crime. Did you ever...
Here, hold on. What is that? LRR, looks like. Vehicle. Looks like LRR 1131, Texas. But they already said that the previous owner isn't really. Is that LRR or L? Does look like LRR. Don't know. Doesn't say it. Wasn't in here, so.
You ever notice anything suspicious?
No, they kept to themselves, but when we did see them and interact, she was nice and friendly.
With so many unknowns, neighbors are hoping detectives can track down the killer.
I've been wanting something like this. There hasn't been any interesting cases other than, the Trump shooting was, for me, is incredibly interesting because that's my forte, is taking video and figuring out stuff, right? And now we've got something that is just interesting, right? There hasn't been anything. And as soon as something's interesting, they solve it in like 5 seconds. Now, they might solve this tomorrow, but at least it's interesting currently. I think tomorrow they're going to release surveillance footage. That's what I think. And they're going to give you some shots, and then we'll be able to all go out and figure out where that was.
And the cause of death is not being released at this time. Investigators say that they're waiting on the medical examiner to release their autopsies. At this point, a killer has not been identified. They haven't identified any suspects, but they are asking for anyone with any information to come forward, contact the Harris County Sheriff's Office or Crime Stoppers. Reporting live from Cypress, Coralie Peel, KPRC 2 News.
I was actually looking in that shot to see if that sign is anywhere around. And it would have been like right over here, right? They might have just taken it down. But wouldn't that be interesting if it was politically motivated? Somebody that's openly, it's always scary to be a Republican in an area where there's a bunch of Democrats, And I'm not being sarcastic either. It's like they get violently angry if you don't support the person, especially here in Portland. Portland's just like it's just a shithole for that. Unbelievable. Like there's people that move in and they have like a Black Lives Matter sign in their yard, and they move into the house and they won't touch it. They'll leave it there for 10 years while they live there because they feel like if they remove the sign, somehow they're being racist or something, instead of just saying, I just don't like having signs in my yard. So they'll let it sit there for years and years, gathering dust. Because it's just hilarious, Just do what you want to do, everybody. Hurricane probably took it. Yeah, maybe. Could have been. Yeah, I have neighbors that moved in and they had the sign there and they just left it there the whole time. Because if you remove it, people say, why'd you remove that sign? Then you have to explain it. Yeah, you feel nervous putting out an American flag on 4th of July in Portland. How sad is that, huh? I know, I definitely am in the wrong state. We've actually thought about going to like Florida or Texas, something like that. Yeah, there you go, Wendy. Exactly. But if you put up the right side, if you put the correct team up, you're okay, We're here in Houston area and often Democrats on Democrat crime. We here in Houston area is often Democrats on Democrat crime. Everyone knows Republicans are armed and well trained with their guns. Yeah. Well, you still have your parents. Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna take off now, and we're gonna keep covering this. If you guys see any updates that has new information, send it. I don't need like the same links that I already have. And I know it's weird, right, Amber? I actually am scared. I could never put a political sign in my yard for fear of something. It's insane over here. It's sad, really. Oh yeah, Jim? Alright, maybe. Anyways, thank you very much to Kami, Amber Maiden, Whiskey Boots, Missy Six, Daphne for all your long-time memberships, and Whiskey Boots, Brown Eyed Girl 714 with a cat eye, then Norm Scanlon, then Aussie Trisha with a cat eye, put out positive vibes for her, seems like she was going through some stuff. And then Amber Maiden, then Aussie Trisha is out touching grass. Wow, that's a long name. 31 months he's been here. And then Richard Watts, Jim Lawn, Esther M gifted a membership, then Nate Campbell gifted one, then Nate Campbell gifted, and then K Me gifted, then MK jumped in there with 10 gifted memberships, then I gifted 5 because of that, and then Nate Campbell did 2 more, and then we've got Hee Haw and Jim Lawn. So all that combined together, we made it to a goal tonight. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Started off very difficult, like we were just in a total struggle mode, but boom! You guys nailed it. So if you're interested, and not too long from now, I'll be over on the other channel playing good old Joe's comments. I really want to see how that goes, man. I want to see how it goes. All right. Anyways, thank you guys for being here. We'll see you guys later. And as I always say, until next time, be safe out there. And a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. God, what's going on? Everything's so slow. I don't know if this works because that computer's down. That's right. Yeah. Huh. Anyways, nothing's going to work right now, you guys. So I'm just going to have to reboot and figure out what's happening. So we'll see you guys later. And